What's going on, guys? It is Tony from Lomo Paintball, and today we have a triple threat for you. We've got the Field 1 Force V2 versus the Planet Eclipse CS3 versus the DLX Idol, baby.
And why? Because the best source for versus?
Right here. It's lomopaintball.com. So we've got three of the top dogs on the market on this table right now. We're going to hit them with the verses. You want to go price point first, Mark?
Oh, yeah. Tell me how much these bad boys are going to cost me.
Well,
I just got my tax refund, baby. I got money to burn.
Well, this spool valve right here, Field 1 Force version 2, retails $15.50. You've got the infamous, it's not Team Infamous, but it is the infamous Planet Eclipse CS3. So this bad boy, these are $17.50. And then over here, we've got the DLX, brand new on the market, the Idol. These ones retail $1,800. So all relatively, in the same price range per se for being some of the best high-end guns on the market. So, Mark, where do you want to start?
Oh, I like starting at the tip and working my way to the back.
There we go. We're going to start with the barrels. All right, Field 1 Force comes with the AccuLock kit. This is a 14-inch barrel system, and it's probably one of the more accurate ones on the market. The only way to get your insert out is to actually unscrew the front tip, and then you can unlock it and then slide out your insert. So you've got that there, probably, yeah, I mean, super, super accurate barrel. The way they have it locked in there, that's why it's called the AccuLock kit. Yeah, make sure you got superior accuracy and range all the way through without skipping a beat. We are on to the PE CS3. You've got I believe these are 14.5 to 15-inch barrel system. Takes the power inserts. Got these rubber sleeves on the back here that can be removable. These little sleeves here, you can add on different colors, add a little flair to your game, but they take the 8-inch power inserts. So I do like that. Very, very nice. And there's obviously, for all of these markers, there's plenty of different bore size inserts that you guys can buy. So we are on to the Idol. And so, but I will say, auto cocker thread for the V2 Force, auto cocker thread for the PE, and then you do have the quick Luxe thread for the DLX Idol here. So, I mean, it doesn't take you many turns to get it on or off. So, boom. So you've got the Luxe threading on there. This one is also a 15-inch barrel. Takes the 8-inch. These are brand new. Let's see if we can get it out. It's the 8-inch Freak XL insert. We're just going to take this off. Push it from this side. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That's tight. That's tight. So you got the 8-inch Freak XL insert there. So next, do you want to go front grips, feed necks? What are you thinking, Mark?
Oh, let's start with the feed neck and then work our way down to the front grip.
Okay, well, since I've got the Idol in my hand, we're just going to go reverse now. So Idol feed neck, you've got a nice thumb wheel here. So depending on what hopper you guys are using, you guys can easily adjust that without an Allen wrench. So you get the nice thumb wheel in this area. And on this side, you've got the locking lever collar. And as you can see, there's a little groove on here. So when you actually set this and lock this, it doesn't slide up and down. Once you lock it, it's not going anywhere. So a nice thumb wheel, lever locking feed neck. Onto the CS3, you're going to see something extremely similar. A nice rigid thumb wheel. So depending on the hopper you guys are using, bigger or smaller feed neck, you guys can make that happen. And this one also kind of has a little bit of lever locking technology. Obviously it's brand new, but without that sticker there, you've got a latch on the actual lever that's going to lock in, so this can't move up or down on you once that sticker is out of place. And then lastly, in the Field 1 Force, weird, another high-end gun with a nice thumb wheel locking feed neck. And this one does not have like a spot for this to, kind of stop. You know what? Actually, it kind of does. It does. It does. You probably can't see it on camera, but all of these, so I mean, shoot, we're talking pretty much in the same boat for feed neck wise. So I like that. Okay,
then I guess we should move on to the front grip and see if there's any difference there.
Well, you're going to see there's going to be a difference here. I can tell you that since I've had the V2 Field 1 in my hand. Front grip, this one's pretty cool. It operates by 2 AAs, kind of redesigned for the new version 2. So 2 AAs sit on in here, and then you've got a real quick, to release this, you just put an Allen wrench in there, turn it once, and this pops out. And it's not like an actual screw, so it's unique. You just turn it, and then this pops out, and then you just slam it back in there, and it's not an actual threaded screw. So it's pretty unique design by them. Speaking of that, operates by 2 AAs in the front grip, but guess what? You can buy the LiPo battery that sits back here as well, and there's a dip switch inside of here, so you can determine, Do I want my marker to be powered by the LiPo battery? If you want to buy buy it separate, it does not come with one. Do I want it to be powered by battery in the grip or the AA's up front, which it comes stock with? So that's pretty neat. Front grip on the CS3 simply pops on off. This bad boy is powered by two AA's that sit right inside, and it does not have the option like the Force to add a separate battery because this is where all the electronic components are. But I like this because, speaking of the front grip, Mark, now once I slid this off completely toolless, now you have access to your eye covers. You can slide this forward and simply your eye covers just pop on out. If you ever broke paint, needed a spare detent, comes with one as well. So everything is completely toolless with PE. So once that front grip comes off, you have access to your eye covers on both sides, which I like. I'm gonna pop back to the Force real quick because obviously that's just a component for the CS3. Eye covers on the Force. You guys, you're gonna need an Allen wrench to get those suckers off if you happen to break paint. If you wanted to get in there to do any cleaning, you're gonna need an Allen wrench for that. The idle, which is also cool, it is toolless like the CS3. Your idle covers, you can just simply push these forward and your covers will come off completely toolless, no Allen screws needed. Front grip, this is where you adjust velocity and this is where your regulator is at. So none of this stuff is sliding off. It is literally, it's all aluminum and it's got nice ridges here. So when if you guys aren't wearing any gloves, hopefully the slipping and sliding down the grip won't be too bad for you. So all of these guns, I mean, like I said, all the pros use them. I mean, the Force is one used by Team Dynasty. A lot of the guys, Houston Heat and other teams use the Luxe. And then everybody knows about the Planet Eclipse. A lot of teams are shooting PE out there, but all three of these bad boys are powerhouses. Where do you want to go to next?
Oh, let's do the trigger and trigger guard area.
Okay, idle is in my hand, so I've got a real nice, smooth, and sleek trigger here. Plenty of room in this trigger area here. So if you got bigger hands and you guys really are out there, obviously with the NXL ramping, a lot of guys can literally just single pull, but a lot of guys still are walking the trigger, and if there's not a lot of room there, that could be an issue. But for this, plenty of room and space with the idle. I like it, nice, smooth, and adjustable trigger pull. PE, I'd say it's got a little bit smaller of a room here, but it's got a nice blade style trigger. And this one, I believe, is like a 5-point adjustable one too. So the guys that really like to fine tune their stuff, this Planet Eclipse trigger on the CS3 is very, very adjustable with multiple points to make it your own personal preference. So I do like that. Still, for me, plenty of room, but if you got a bigger hand, it is a little bit smaller than the idle inside of the actual frame area here. And then onto the Field 1 Force. This one, probably the smallest out of them all, but I do really, really like this deuce style trigger here with the hump in the center. So you can really, if you guys are one of the ones that still like to walk the trigger, you can really get in there. You can see the room is definitely more limited compared to these other two markers, but still very comfortable. And it's a close one for me, but probably one of my favorite trigger styles out there.
And then are there upgrade or alternative triggers for all three of these markers?
I know for the CS3, yes. I know for the idle, currently right now, I believe so. I definitely know they're in the making. And for the Force, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever seen an aftermarket trigger for the Force.
Come on, Alex Frazier, get on that.
There might be, could correct me if I'm wrong, but as of right now, I don't think so. I mean, it is very, very comfortable. And if not, I'm sure someone's got it in the making or could already be on the market. I just personally don't know of one. So hey, if there is, guys, please put it in the comments down below because I'd like to carry it here at LoneWolfPaintball.com. So where do you want to go next? You want to go to the core of the markers?
No, let's save the core and the bolts for last. Let's do rear grip and then ASA.
Okay, rear grips. Rear grips and ASA, since I have the Force in my hand. Let's take a look. I like the grip, super comfortable there. Like I said, guys, if you want to run the LiPo battery, just take out the 3 screws here and you can simply plug it in. There is a port on the board. You plug it right on in. Anywho, rear grip. Take it, oh, beeps at you. So you got a nice readout display screen there. And do you want to do the grip and the ASA all in one on each?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so there you go. Can you see that on your camera, Mark?
Sure.
Okay, sure. Display screen, and then we're going to power it off. 3, 2, 1. Powering off. Okay, so you guys can fully program this marker, obviously by reading the display screen and not just by colors like some of the electronic guns. Other than that, the updated Rhino HPR with the ASA here. So it's got your bleeder valve system. So you got this screw on the bottom that, or this turn knob, whatever you guys want to call it, that's going to engage and disengage your air. And we will move on over to the CS3. Display screen on the CS3. Let me get it on first so you can take a look. Let me know if that's a good spot for you, Mark.
Yeah, it works good.
Okay, blinking lights, once again, fully programmable by your push buttons up top, and a full readout display screen there. And then ASA for this one, it's going to be a push and a pull. So disengaging the air there, or once you click that in, you're going to engage. So disengage, engage the air. So all of these, obviously being high-end tournament markers, have the on-off capability within the ASA. So very nice when you guys are done playing for the day, or you want to bleed the air system out. The Idol, baby. You want to talk about a display screen for this sucker. So,
welcome to the Luxe Experience. Battery level 100%. Firing mode NXL.
Waiting for it to boot up. Full color display screen right on the side, kind of like a miniature cell phone there. I'm sure Mark's got that on the camera by now. This is what he gets paid to do. So beautiful display screen there. One of the highest resolutions out there. I think this marker and the Dye M3 Plus are the only ones with like the readout display screens in this fashion. So really, really nice. ASA for this, you've got your on-off flip lever here. So disengage currently. Once your tank is on, we're going to engage that. So all of these have their own unique. You've got the turning wheel on the Force. You've got the slide forward on the CS3, and now you've got the flip lever switch for the Idol. So it all depends on personal preference. This is why we do these comparisons so people know, you know, whatever your style is, what you guys are getting into. So I really, really like it.
Before we move to the bolts, when you're programming the button system, are they all 2 buttons, 3 buttons, one different in each?
You're talking like the actual to program them?
Yeah, to like adjust the modes and stuff.
The CS3, you're going to use, it's got a 3-panel button system on the back. So these buttons that are here in the back, you're going to be going toggling up and down. Programming for like the Idol and the Force, you're going to be also utilizing and doing trigger pulls. So, and we do have programming videos on these markers out there right now. So if you guys need to know how to do that, we'll make that happen. Turn off. Yes. Goodbye. Okay.
Cores,
ASAs, triggers. We did all that. Cores. Which one do you want me to start with?
Oh, let's start with the CS3 since you just had it.
Start with the CS3.
Let it be first ones.
We've got the OP core operating right around 100 PSI. We're just going to take a look and look at that. So they call this the overpowered core. So sometimes, depending on how you have your marker tuned, this bad boy is going to operate air efficiency 100 or sometimes even just a little bit below. So I like that. PE did a good job. I'm going to leave the cores out, Mark, so we can maybe get a little comparison in length and stuff like that. And all of these, every single one is going to be completely toolless to remove, just kind of an up and out motion. So let's go to the Idol. Let's take a look at this bad boy. This one's been completely redesigned as well. I think they did a great job with this gun. Air efficiency, or the operating pressure on this is right around 110. So it's kind of this and that. All of these are spool valve markers, so it really depends on what you guys like. So we'll set that one up, and in lengthwise, I mean, hey, right around the same. Then we got the nucleus core in the Field 1 Force version 2. Nucleus core looking definitely a lot different than the other ones out there, I can tell you that much. There's been, from the previous Field 1, there's been 7 different internal upgrades on this new nucleus core. And yeah, I like it. The operating pressure on this one, though, I think they're at around 125-ish. But used by the best team in the world. So obviously these guns are working just fine because Dynasty's been winning. So I don't know if you can see all those on there. Make it. So they're all, got a good angle on that?
Yeah.
All pretty similar, right? In lengthwise.
Yeah,
so
I almost want to take off the back caps and see if I can interchange them.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, obviously the engineers of these companies and the manufacturers know that they got to compete with some of the best. So a lot of these are going to look similar. I think, to be honest, the nucleus core looks completely different from anything else that I've seen compared to, DLX, PE, Dye, stuff like that. So very, very unique. Other than that, what would you like to know anything else?
Oh, so
Sheesh.
mech frame options for any of these?
I like that. That's good. Yes. Mech frame options for the Field One Force version 2 right now. Not that I know of. Could be in the making, but I don't work for them, so I don't know. Currently not available for the Field One Force version 2. Planet Eclipse CS3. Yep. Yes, sir. You already know they have a mechanical CS3 frame for this bad boy. And of course, the DLX Idol. Yep. That is being made. I know they do. They do have one. It's currently being made. And they definitely had one for the TM40 model. So, of course, why not? Definitely.
I am so glad you brought up the TM40.
Tell me.
So, if I have a TM40, can I buy a parts kit to upgrade it to be the same as a Idol?
That's a sticky subject. I think you could probably potentially get away with something like that. I think they definitely changed some internal components on this, but you could probably potentially interswap some parts for that.
Okay. If I have a CS2, can I buy parts kits to upgrade to a CS3?
I don't think that works. I don't think that one's going to operate. No.
Oh, weird. If I have a Field One Force original, can I buy parts kits to upgrade to a...
You surely can. They sell them 7 different parts. We got them on the website right now. So guys, I don't know. I was going to say a quick triple threat, but it's been a long video. So it's some of the best markers in the game on this table right now. And if you guys want to shop them, thanks for watching. Get them at lomopaintball.com.
See ya, and go check out the other videos. We got efficiency tests, we got programming videos, we got how to put on the mech frames, we got how to swap the 17 parts to do the thing, and then there's colors and all kinds of crazy stuff going on. Bye.